Hello. Oh, why am I over here? Hello. Howdy, hi. Welcome. Come on in. It's bedtime, but you must see. Oh no, it's gonna be a second. If you can wait a couple minutes, so other people can trickle on in, then I believe in you, Messiah. But it will be a very exciting announcement. In case you're wondering why it took a little bit extra time for me to start, switch over to this screen. It's because Allison and I were chit-chatting about Deltarune. Don't worry, I won't regale you with more Deltarune, thoughts. so, so you don't gotta worry about it. So I'm sorry, Messiah. I can risk being late to work. Oh golly, you're all in such a rush. I didn't plan for you all to be in such a hurry, but there's only like 3 of you here. What's the point of announcing anything to 3 people? We'll give it another minute or so, and then we can get to the announcement. Hi, hello, welcome. See, now we're at 4 people. See, this is only an improvement. I fell asleep during the stream yesterday. I started on my couch, and then I wake up on the living room floor, phone across the room, and the stream was over. In your dream, you got annoyed at me at where I ranked a Pokemon, tossed your phone while in REM sleep. Everyone exploded from excitement from your announcement. You're so right. I think, and see, I was so on the ball with that. I was like, I gotta announce the announcement so they know that there's something worth tuning in for. Because if you're just like, I have an announcement, then people go, oh, well, I didn't know, so I didn't prepare for this. But you were able to prepare. Alright. I've made you wait. Yeah, I've been in the Family Guy death pose. The funniest death pose. Second is Yamcha. You're not too late. I think you've made it just in time. Okay. Is everyone ready for the announcement? And we can, we'll probably be returning to it throughout the stream. It is Canada Day. That's the announcement. The announcement is I'm taking over Canada. Happy birthday, Canada. For your birthday, I own you now, which is excellent, that I get to own land. My first order of business as Queen of Canada is you all have to buy me a snack, and if I do not like the snack, then you get exiled to America. Now, let's actually move on over to the announcement. Okay, so we're gonna scooch on over to this screen. Hi, here I am, but I'm gonna get covered up for a little bit, so I can show the announcement. Okay, here it is. Here we go. The announcement. Okay, so you all know how much I like Snow Miku. I've done multiple streams, looking at the designs for Snow Miku and talking about, like, Snow Miku, in the past, and her songs, and all that stuff, you know about Snow Miku, yeah? You remember. Can't wait for when she takes over the Bahamas on Bahamas Day. So, I had the thought of, what if we did something fun like that too, like Snow Miku? And I had floated this idea at you guys a little bit ago, but it is now finally coming to fruition. I am announcing the Twiins Inc. Summer Teto event. Oh my gosh. So it's gonna be exactly like Snow Miku, where I want you guys to submit your designs for Teto, and it's summer themed. We don't have any outstanding theme outside of just summer, because it is the first one. Perhaps if we keep doing this enough times, we can get more people involved. I think that'd be fun. But as it is, I want you guys to submit your designs. We'll get to how you submit in just a moment. The winner of the event will have your design illustrated by me to accompany an original song featuring Teto that I will also make. So is it gonna be a good song? Well, I'll do my best. But we're all having fun summer vibes. So yeah, and I've got a base like this. Hang on, let me schmooch down. So I've got a blank base of Teto that you can use if you want. You do not need to. Here is a link to that in chat. I will also have a link in the description of the VOD. I will have a link on the Twitter post and the Blue Sky post. as well. So yeah, you don't need to use that blank base if you don't want to. I do recommend trying to stick to a bit of a chibi-er art style, just for like your own simplicity's sake, but you don't have to. We have there's no super hard rules outside of I need to be able to recognize it as Teto. But even then, it's like you can be pretty creative with that. So how it's also gonna shake down, I will scooch this back a little bit now so that I can also be on screen. There I am. Jar, get out of the way. No one cares. Okay. So yeah, 6 finalists will be decided on by a panel of judges. That panel of judges will include me, Allison, and Judgmental Critter. So we will all work together to choose 6 finalists. And then from those finalists, you all will get to vote. I'll figure out how to do straw pages or something, and you all will get to vote on your favorite Teto out of the 6 finalists. Could we draw it in a regular style and provide a chibi form of it next to it? Absolutely. Like I said, no hard rules outside of I just need at least a front and side view. If there is something notable on the back, provide that information, similar to a reference sheet, as it were. So yeah, make sure you have a front and side view, and a back if there's anything important over there, and if there are any other important details you want to make sure are clear, include that somewhere on your page as well. Twiins gonna be judge in Twiins competition? Listen, it's my competition, now isn't it? I also only know so many people. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. I don't ever do, references like that, so it was a lot of fun, practicing it out as well. So, yeah, don't forget that the example base is available for download. Oh, let me, make myself invisible for a moment here. Whoop. Okay. This is the rules. 1 submission per person, please. Submit using the hashtag SummerTeto on Twitter or Blue Sky. You don't need to submit to both but you can if you want. If I like it, that means I have seen it. So if I do not like your submission, it means for some reason I haven't perceived it. Be patient. I'm not on Twitter all the time every day. And I don't have Blue Sky on my phone. So, yeah, but, there you go. That's how you can tell that I've seen and recorded your submission. If you have a specific name you want to be known by the way, include that. But you're all pretty smart. You can also email, because I know not everyone likes using Twitter or Blue Sky. So you can also email your submission to summertatosub@gmail.com. You're not doom scrolling on Twitter, only on my breaks, but those are every 2 hours. And then the submission end date. So these are you have basically a little bit over a month. August 8th of this year is the end date. I will be a little lenient because I know we all live in different time zones and stuff. So, I can maybe give a day's worth of leeway, but try not to bank on that. So yeah, 1 submission per person. Use either the hashtag or email me at summertatosub@gmail, and make sure that happens before August 8th. I can rejoin the screen. Okay, cool. So, yeah, and I will be posting this, like I said, to Twitter and Blue Sky. I'll also post it in the Discord, because why not? Assuming I'm smart, very bold of you. What are the rules for character design? Like, can we draw any design but in a specific style? What? I don't understand the question. So, no, yes. So the rules for character design are simply that it must be summer themed. It has to evoke summer to any kind of degree. So basically don't put them in a jacket. And it must be Teto. You can look up lots of references for Teto, if you need. Outside of that, no. Think about it kind of like how with Snow Miku. Like, Snow Miku's hair will be totally different colors. Different lengths, and so, I think sticking to drills is a smart call. But outside of that, no hard rules. You can make her hair more yellow, you can make it more red, you can make it longer, you can make it shorter, you could change her eyes. You can't alter her face, like you couldn't make her a cyclops. Adios, Messiah. Have sweet Teto dreams. You know, don't make her a cyclops. Like it still has to be recognizably Teto. Don't make it an OC wearing a Teto wig. You know? But other than that, those are the rules. If you have a unique art style, it must be in color. I will tell you that. If there is no color, then I can still appreciate it and be like, wow, nice. But it won't make it to the final judges, basically, is how that would work. Is there a certain theme like with Snow Miku? Nope. So it's just summer for this one, because it is the first one. Moving forward, like if we want to keep doing this every year, we can start adding specific themes. But for right now, just summertime. No rules, I'm gonna print out a 3D model. You know, you can do that, sure, as long as I can draw it, that's the only stipulation. And no matter what, even if you're not a finalist, we're gonna have a whole stream dedicated to looking at everyone's submissions as well. So, you know, we all gotta enjoy, like, even if you're not a finalist, we all gotta go, ooh, wow, look at that one, and clap. So, yeah. If she doesn't perceive it, it doesn't exist. It's so true, though. Where is the lie? I just got here. Who is Teto specifically? Hello, Hutmutbutt. So, Teto is an Utao. Kind of like how Hatsune Miku is a Vocaloid. Utao it still is a free version, basically, of Vocaloid. Teto is the most popular Utao. She's now also on Synth V, but that's getting into the, like, where you don't need to know about that. She's basically, I'm gonna describe it as indie Hatsune Miku. And since you just got here, I'll kind of go over everything real quickly. You know how we do Snow Miku? We're gonna do Summer Teto. So, I want to see you guys' designs, and one submission per person. You can submit with the hashtag SummerTeto or email summertetosub@gmail. And I will, don't worry, I will post all of this on Twitter and Blue Sky and the Discord as well. So, yeah. So that's who Teto is. She has some characteristics, but it's kind of irrelevant. It's all like fanon, you know? Dark World Miku, basically. I would describe it more just the other side of the street Miku, you know? Free Miku. I'm so excited. I've only ever drawn Miku before, but Teto is one of my favorites. Yeah, Teto, I really like Teto's voice. I've got a good, she's one of the free options on SynthV, and I've got a good handful of free ones. And it's so hard, because it's like, alright, let's choose a voice for this. And even if it's not a song I, like, follow through with, I'll go through all the different options, and I'm like, man, Teto just sounds good. This is annoying. Pinocchio P actually just released a song with Miku and Teto that you can check out, which is really good. So, yeah. Yahoo! I might give it a go, but not making any promises, and no guarantees your eyes will not hurt. I will appreciate it, even as my eyes bleed. No. You all know I like every submission you guys do. You know, I'm not gonna be one of those weirdos who's like, this isn't good enough. This honestly sounds super fun. I know! I've been so excited since I made the announcement for the announcement. Unfortunately, I can't draw in any capacity, so I wish you all the best of luck. Hey, anything can happen, and you know, if you want to try, I'd appreciate it. Time to look at a bunch of summer clothes and people watching for cute summer outfits. Yeah. Do you like my example summer Teto that I've got? My like a default summer Teto here. Oh, I forgot you guys were on screen. Maybe I ought to snoot over to back to the other screen. But yeah, isn't she a cutie? What a cute little outfit. Here, yeah, let's move back on over to my desk, and I'll get a picture going for that announcement over here too. ST. There we go. Okay. Wow. Oh, right. I forgot it's humongous. Hang on. Time to spend 10 minutes shrinking this down. What did you miss? The whole thing, Twisty Rob. Okay, so I'll abbreviate it for you. We're doing, it's like winter, it's like Snow Miku, but we're gonna do summer Teto. So you can submit your design. I've got a base, you know, with no like a blank base of Teto, like how you see here to the right. If you want that, I will repost that into the chat for you. There you go. So yeah, you can submit your design. The theme is summer. No other branching theme from that, just for the first year. And then one submission per person. You can submit on Twitter or Blue Sky with the hashtag SummerTato or by emailing summertatosub@gmail.com. The end date is August 8th, and have fun. And I will also post this picture to Blue Sky and Twitter as well. So don't worry if that all felt like a little fast for you. You'll be able to also still find it. There we go. Elsewhere. So there you go. Isn't that fun? What a fun little announcement. Sounds exciting. So if I'm understanding Teto correctly, she is the Lagicaris to Miku's Rathalos. Oh, let me Google Elagicris. Because I was like, I have no idea what this example is. And then you said Rathalos, and I was like, hang on, wait a minute. I think I know what this example is. but I need to look up this guy. Hang on. Lagicris. Images. Yes. Yeah, you know what? That is a decent example. That's a swell analogy. Another one for the not monster hunters out there would be Miku is to Pokemon as Teto is to Digimon. Similar, but not quite the same. Friends, but not quite the same. They could collab, but not quite the same thing. But not very different. Gives Stardew Valley farmer vibes. Thank you. For some reason I was like, there's gotta be a sunflower. Even though it's one of the hardest flowers to draw. Also, a hat. Hats are hard. I don't know what I was smoking. One of the arms is also too long, but we'll ignore that. Real ones know that's the Grim Magic summer uniform. Maybe I just like black and white. The example in the announcement board made me think of Green Gables. Oh my gosh, it is so Green Gables coded. You're so right. So yeah, that's the only plan I had for the stream, but I'm so excited to see you guys' submissions start flowing in. It finally gives me something to look forward to every time I get on Twitter. On my breaks. Because usually, I'm just like, is there anything happening? No. And then I'm bored for 15 minutes. So, yippee. Yahoo. Wahey. So I've already started work on the song as well, to make sure I've got plenty of time, because I don't want to make you guys wait for forever after, like, we, choose a winner. So, yay. I do have another song that is basically done already, so if you see that come through, don't be like, Twiins! I thought you were working on the summer event. I am. I've just gotta, I think, do a little bit of tweaking in the mixing for it. But yeah, there you go. Person, what I missed. Twiins. OMG, do I have to explain this 100 times? I knew that I would be explaining this 100 times. I knew it would end up. This happens even when I don't have an announcement. It'll be like, hey, 2 hours in, what did I miss? And it's like, okay, hang on, let me explain. So we talked about. I have a second Teto to draw after Teto dressed as Simon the Digger. What a fascinating decision. I'm not mad about it. Is it because of the drill hair? Is it my turn to be person? Yes, hi Coral Palette, as you can see behind me. So, you know how we have Snow Miku? I want us to do Summer Teto, where I want you all to design a summer outfit for Teto. There's no theme outside of just summer vibes right now. I will be posting a picture on Twitter and Blue Sky, with all the rules. I'll plonk this into chat again. That is a link to a Google Drive that has a blank base example for Teto. If you want to use it, you do not have to. It'll kind of look like that, but without any accoutrement. You can submit using hashtag SummerTeto on Twitter and Blue Sky, or by emailing summertetosub@gmail.com. I will be posting all of this, like I said, on Twitter and Blue Sky as well. So don't worry if this all feels like too much. But yeah, you can submit your design. I want, for the latecomers, I want a front view and a side view, at least. If there's anything important on the back, include that as well. And if there's any other important things to reference on this reference sheet, then let me know. I will draw the final winner for a music video that I will also make for a song. Yippee! The final 6 will be determined with a panel of judges, being me, Critter, and Allison. And then you guys all get to vote on the winner. So yeah, it's really exciting and fun. So there you go, for the slightly latecomers. There's the whole spiel again, a slightly abbreviated. 1 submission per person. I don't know if I mentioned that, but yeah, 1 submission per person. And again, I'll be posting all of that to socials. Twiins knew they would spend 90% of stream telling the same announcement over and over again. If not, they have no clue what to do for the rest of the stream. Honestly, it's true. All I have left now is to talk about Uma Musume. I hope this is a yearly thing like Magical Girl May. I don't know much about Vocaloids and all that, but Teto deserves love. I agree, if anything, just because I like getting to involve you guys. Yeah, and having a summer Teto, like, yearly thing. I know there's plenty of Teto fans out there. And so maybe eventually, you know, this event can grow and grow and we can pull in more people, and who knows, maybe one day we'll get a Summer Teto Nendoroid in like 12 years. But we'll have made that happen. The first step is the smallest. But I agree. I see no downside to having, who is Teto again? You see her between my horns? That's Teto. She is the, basically the Utao equivalent to Vocaloid's Miku. Another, very solid voice bank. Have you heard of the Date Everything game? If so, what thoughts have you? Also, Twiins question, who was the blonde chick in Triple Baka? That was Nero, who was kind of like Teto. Except Teto has a unique voice. Nero was just a design that was posited. Some people have used altered versions of Miku or Rin to act as her, but she never had an actual vocalist, which is why she didn't kind of take off like Teto, who did have a vocalist behind her. Or does still, you know, it's not like that they stopped doing anything. Thoughts on Date Everything. So, I think it looks fun. I was intrigued and excited about it when it first dropped. And it's got goddamn every single voice actor on planet Earth in it. And I like voice actors, and I like art. And I've had the thought of discussing the designs, because that's the gimmick, is you date, like, everything in the house. And then some, basically. But I haven't seen any, like, a gameplay, because I've thought about playing it myself. The thing is, I don't know if it'd be good for stream or not. Like, the idea of dating 100 different things, it's like, how long are these, like, events, you know? How long is each route? But yeah, the designs have been nifty, but also I'm disappointed that, like, some of them are, like, just a human version of whatever the thing is. Like, oh, this is a laundry basket, and it's just a person wearing a lot of clothes. But then others are like, this one's a kitchen sink, and it's like a kitchen sink with human legs, and it's like, I don't like that. Why can't the kitchen sink also be a handsome person or something? So yeah, seems nifty. I'm intrigued by it. I thought about getting it on the Steam summer sale, but it wasn't on sale. So I was like, and I don't want to pay $30 for it. It seems like a you know, a pretty high quality indie game, but is it $30 worth? I don't know. So yeah, those are my thoughts. I do have, this might be a hot take. I saw, like, a Reddit post. You know, you're scrolling on Reddit, and it'll just recommend subreddits to you, and it was the Date Everything subreddit. And it was like, I don't remember the character's name. Character should have, like, a warning before their route. And because of, you know, something that happens in it. And a bunch of the comments were like, yeah, this character too, this character too, this character too. And it's like, this one, you know, for the dildo character should have something because it's sexy and people might not be comfortable with that. And I'm like, okay, fam, it is, trigger warnings are useful. They are good. If you go into a dating sim that's, like, rated either T or M, and you decide to engage with a sex toy in a dating sim, and you're like, oh, I wish I had been warned that there would be sex involved in this route. Okay, fam. That's a you problem. And also, I think everything needs a warning before it in this dating sim. I'm like, I think you need to actually just pay attention to, like, the rating of the game. That's what that's there for, is to warn you about how some of the routes may be a little scarier or a little sexier or whatever. So, I'm not surprised that it seems to have garnered already a very volatile community behind it. Yeah. Whatever. That's it. It's like, should there be trigger warnings? Sure, why not? I know, but do they all need a trigger warning? I don't really think so, but I haven't played the game. Perhaps playing the game would alter my perspective on it. Thoughts on Unica's design in Guilty Gear Strive? I'll Google that really quick. You can date/reject every character at once. I think which just seems dreadful. Yeah, I don't know. Like, 100 kind of seems like too much. Like, unless most of them are gag routes, like, really short, like, just for the funnies. In which case, it's like, okay, so what are the few that, have, like, actually decent plots behind them? Who are the real options then? Warning. There will be warnings in this game. Let's see, I have googled Unica from Guilty Gear Strive. Looks like a protagonist. That's a Persona character right there. I like the gigantic jacket. And you know what, now that I'm looking closer, I'm realizing that's a woman wearing no pants. Which I think is pretty stupid. Meh, not my favorite. The colors... I don't like the colors. I don't like that shade of orange. There you go. I'm sure that's not the answer you wanted. Why can't the kitchen sink be a hot person? Well, see, because they showed the kitchen sink in the trailer. And it was not a hot person. And it was like, why? She drives her sword like a motorcycle. All the characters are objectively cool in Guilty Gear. That doesn't mean I have to like the shade of orange that she's wearing. A skirt. No, it's like a long shirt. And then maybe like booty shorts are down there. But it seems like basically nothing. Guys, so exciting! In Project Sekai, I got the card I was hoping to get. I told you yesterday that I was pulling for a card, and I got it. Yippee! It didn't take too many pulls either. So yay, yay! I got it. Step 1 of my quest complete. So wahoo! Get excited to hear me mention 19 more of those throughout the next handful of years. And so the war between Purple Woman and the Oranges continues. I've just never liked orange. I don't like most warm colors, honestly. Red's the best. I only like, funnily enough, yellow-orange, in terms of, like, yellows. It's just how it is. I think they're just harder to see, and I think that's my problem. They are harder to see. It is easier, this might blow you away, for humans to see green and blue. You know, like the grass and sky that surrounds us. I got lost. What about kitchen sinks being hot? Someone was asking about the game Date Everything. So, that's why the kitchen sink wasn't hot enough. Ken, were you here for the announcement? Do you want me to go over it again? I can. I've already done it like 5 times. I can regale you with all the info as many times as you need. I got it? Hell yeah. But yeah, in Uma Musume as well. So, this game has really gripped me. I am somebody. You are somebody. Are you somebody who wants me wants to hear me say the announcement again? Twiins, are you yellow colorblind? This is a joke question. You don't have to answer seriously. No, I am not colorblind to any degree. That was a serious answer because I couldn't think of a joke answer. Yeah, Uma Musume is that's a fun one. The horse girl game, that just recently came out. And I'm surprised that I've liked it this much. I was excited for it, and stuff coming in. Say what about the horse girls? Yeah, Uma Musume, Pretty Derby. You train a horse girl, and they're based off of real life horses, and the plots that they follow are actually based off of the real horses, like race history. The anime follows real life, like what happens, to the point that you can find videos comparing like, oh, this scene in the anime versus the real race, and they're pretty damn one-to-one, honestly, which is awesome. But the game is super cool because so you train the girls. It's kind of like it's like idol management, I guess, in a way. You gotta train them in their different stats while also making sure they have plenty of energy, that their mood is up, taking them to the infirmary if they get ill, and then you race, and you only have so many turns between each race to do all that. So it's really fun, and I really like the look of the game. It's really high quality. It's got a lot of polish to it, and like the models specifically look really nice, and it's the reason why I wanted to get it in the first place was because the horse races, they look really good when they're running. Like, it's a really nice running animation they've all got. and I really like the designs too. Their designs there's a lot of variety with the designs, which is super fly. And so I recommend checking out Uma Musume even a little bit, and specifically the game. One, because the models are just really high quality, really fun seeing them in the third dimension, and 2, the horse races are fun to watch. If you skip the races, you're skipping the best part of the game, I gotta be honest. I've skipped through a lot of the dialogue, but even then, like, I'm skimming while I, like, tap through really quick, and then something happens, and, like, I'm gripped suddenly. It's like, yeah, cool, whatever, you're the best, and then it's like, there's one horse girl, based on, her name is El Condor Pasa, so, which is Spanish, so I probably pronounced it a little bit wrong, and her gimmick is, she's like a luchador, because the horse's name is Spanish, El Condor Pasa, and so she's like, I'm the strongest, I'm the best, and inevitably, because of your stats, she won't get first easily in a race. And then suddenly she's like, trainer, what if I'm not the strongest? And I was like, whoa. I'm suddenly gripped by the story, and suddenly I was reading a lot more. So, and it makes the races a lot more fun. Even when you're just skipping through the dialogue, if you're like, I'm not that interested in this one's plot or anything, the races are still fun because you're hoping for the one to win. Because you're like, oh, like, you're like, let's go, El Condor, let's go. Because they need to win to a certain degree in order to go on to the next part of their story. If you lose a race, then it's kind of like a roguelike. You lose a race, that run is over. And you can try again, with some better cards and better knowledge, but you kind of want to avoid that, don't you? And so it can be really, really exciting, actually. So yeah, recommend. The best part is that one horse girl that drop kicks the camera. I've not seen it, but if I had to guess, it's probably Gold Ship, because she is quirky. I like Gold Ship. I've yet to use her in a race, but it's because I think I'd like to upgrade her to get her fancy outfit. Pro tip, most of them come with fancy outfits once they get to 3 stars. So you'll have to upgrade your girls to get fancy, unique outfits for them. And yeah, I want to get her fancy, nice outfit. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Which also means if you've actually seen the IRL horse races, or like rewatched them, it spoils the anime. Which is pretty neato. I remember the anime being announced for Horse Girls anime back when MLP Gen 4 was still airing. Might be the same anime. I think so. It's been around for a long time. So, I wouldn't be too surprised. I can't think of any other Horse Girl anime, I'll admit, but I don't know. Why is the bird walking through? It's just horse names, isn't it? One of them's called, like, Grass Wonder. Race horses have always had wacky names. It's just the truth of it. I know about one IRL that's not in the game. Its name is Potatoes, but that's pot and then 8 O's. So I'll even type it out in chat for you, cause that's funny. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Potatoes. So yeah, I've never cared about horse races before, but I like good animation, and fun designs. It's got me really thinking about, like, I'm really taken with the third dimension. I wish I knew how to model, like 3D models and stuff, cause it seems super fun seeing the girls in their unique outfits and being like, oh, it's so cool being able to just see it move and stuff, So, yeah, fun game. In today's episode, Twin discovers the third dimension. The third dimension is cool to people like me, who often think in the second dimension. Not gonna lie, the horse race thing I've seen was the movie Racing Stripes. Oh my gosh! I loved Racing Stripes growing up. To the point, real talk, I've had the thought of drawing some Musume type girls for horses that aren't in the game, which would include Epona, Racing Stripes, and Shadowfax. Racing Stripes was so fun. I don't know how well it would hold up, but I remember growing up, that was one of our favorites. We watched that movie so fucking much. I don't even know why. It was just a real good one, I guess. I don't know. If I remember correctly, there was an arc in the anime about recovering from an injury, and the horse girl was able to recover and participate. The real horse was apparently taken out back. Damn. I mean, it does make sense. They're also, like, it follows reality pretty dang closely, but also it'll be like, these two girls are friends who hang out. And IRL, it's like, these two, this is a horse and his father. So, you know, there are some liberties, which I think is nice. Must not quote jobless reincarnation. I do not know that one. Twins and critters as parents. Please, something new tonight. Oh, they didn't watch movies with us. Fuck no. We watched movies in our room and they watched boring shit in the living room. So, not a worry for them. Popular isekai? Well, I've not heard of it. Let me Google it. Maybe I've seen it before. This Mushoku Tensei. It sounds familiar saying it out loud like that. Oh, the one with the little boy who's a weirdo. Which, funnily, actually does not narrow it down. But I have seen that. I guess I've never really heard its name before. I think you mentioned once your dad liked NASCAR. Yeah, he did. And then very suddenly he stopped liking NASCAR. And I can only assume it's because NASCAR was like, hey, we don't mind that black people are racing. I'm not saying my dad's racist, but I'm saying I think my dad prefers it to be a little bit more, oh, we're redneck country. I don't talk to my parents anymore. So yeah. Do you have the slightest idea how little it narrows it down? Exactly. So yeah, Horse Girl game. Really fun. I've been thinking about it all dang day. That and Project Sekai. The thing is, it's really easy to spend a lot of time on Uma Musume. The careers, that's, you know, kind of like your story mode for each girl. You know, you do a career for her until you lose or win the final race. And that can be lengthy, even while skipping the dialogue. That can take up a lot of time. I'm not even that good at the game yet, and it'll be like hours of content, which is nice, which is pretty cool. It's also available on Steam, I'm pretty sure. So if you've got a phone that maybe can't handle it, but a PC that could, then yeah. So that's my flaming hot tip is, hey, you can save and quit in the middle of a career. So don't feel like you need to do all of it all at once. Only got an anime in 2021, but the light novel started back during the 2010s. Wow. It's very conventional isekai with a Japanese NEET dying in his 30s, yeah, and being reborn in a fantasy world played totally straight. I basically only know about it because of, Mother's Basement, who, you know, I actually haven't checked in on him in a while. I got kind of bored of his, like, best and worst summer trash of the season, and the best and worst, anime of spring, and, more often than not, I found his recommendations just didn't intrigue me at all. His content has been good and fun, but what's the point of watching someone who makes recommendations when it's either trash, which those can be funny, if a little samey, or here's a bunch of stuff that does not appeal to me. So yeah, but I think he talked about it in a video, and he had high praise for it. He did acknowledge it being pretty damn weird at points, but he liked it because, in Mother's Basement's eyes, if an isekai explores its magic system to any degree, it's cinema. You know, my hands are up, cinema. This one's perfect because they reincarnate into a little girl, and as a little girl they read books and it's about politics. Wow, that sounds fucking boring. I'm glad he likes them, but the whole isekai genre does nothing for me, and clearly it does a lot more for him. So I just haven't checked in on his stuff yet, for a while there. My family watched NASCAR so much they would try to get me into it and ask me about the racers, but I was just like, who the fuck are these people? I used to know some of their names. I've watched enough at some point that I could, like, recognize cars. But not anymore. Dale Earnhardt Jr. is the only one I know anymore. wife loves jobless reincarnation, but hates main character. But by the time she decided he is a scumbag, she was 12 books in and too invested. I hate when that happens. That's why I own all of Rosario Vampire. Because it tricks you. You get enough in and it's like, hey, this is fun. And then halfway through, it's like, oh wait, this plot fucking sucks. And then season 2 starts and it's good again. And then halfway through that, oh wait, this plot is even fucking suckier. What a shame. That guy seems to be kind of doing nothing useful. He's a talented artist, the guy who's done Rosario Vampire. And I think he's had another one. I don't know if it's still going on. It's basically, I'm going to describe it as What If Bleach, but it had, like, a lolly character, which was cringe. And that was all I was seeing, was people being like, the lolly character is pretty cringe. His stories are just ass. But he's a good artist, and that's annoying. I just wish he got, like, a writer. And then he could make something that's actually decent, maybe. I am the opposite. I don't want to learn Magic System Isekai number 157. I'm so there with you. Honestly, if I watch an Isekai, if I were to watch one, it would either be Frieren or it's not an Isekai, but it's, you know, set in a fantasy world, Dungeon Meshi. Cause I prefer my adventures to be adventures. You know, I don't need to understand midichlorians. I want a good story and plot. And moreover, most isekai are fan service driven. And I'm really tired of being subjected to, no, the anime's really, really good, you gotta watch it, it's so wholesome, they're all twins, and then you check it out and it's Dragon Maid, where, you know, it's like, this is not this is fan service all up the wazoo. Why do they all need giant titties? This is so cringy. And I'm so sick of, this anime's great. It's got such a wholesome and great, heartwarming plot. And then you look inside and it's fan service again. I only know Mother's Basement as the guy who recommended watching JoJo's Bizarre Adventure in the baffling order. I'm not aware of this. He used to be known. He used to analyze openings. And I really wanted him to analyze Ruby's openings because back then I was into Ruby, and they're ass, and I wanted him to talk about how ass they are. I think he's predominantly avoided Ruby like the plague. He has alluded to it a handful of times, but in a very kind of hand-wavy way. If he made a Ruby video, I'd watch the shit out of that, cause Mother's Basement doesn't hold back. But, yeah. And then he got known for being basically the guy to tear apart, Sword Art Online. And that's, I think, when he really kicked off. And then he, made bonanza numbers by talking about the best and worst of a season. And so now, why would he not do that? Watch a handful of episodes of every anime, choose the best and worst ones, crank out a video. Bada bing bada boom. He needs a George to his Herald, Captain Underpants reference, if you didn't get it. I did not get it, but now that you mention it, you're so right. Twiins, did you know women exists and that people want to have sex? Did ya? The anime industry, for real. You know what's annoying to me? I thought people the big thing is SAO. He started with the OPs, but SAO was the one that kicked him off. I'd had a thought. Oh, this! I see this all the time. Okay, so I'll be like, I don't want to play this game that has all these female characters with their fan service. I want to play a game that actually has male characters with male fan service. And then people be like, personally, as a feminist, I like that's always the angle they want to go for. It's like, I like that we finally get games where women get to be the strong, powerful ones. And I'm like, girly, honey, they aren't. They're the ones doing things so that boys can watch their titties and ass jiggle. It's not empowering for them to be objects to be ogled. And girlie, you deserve better than that, than to think just because the main character is a woman, that does not mean that it is a powerful message for women. It's not, most games have male protagonists, like Link. Yeah, that's different. That is a completely different example. I want to shake these kids sometimes. It's like the ones who are like, I thought that they used he, him pronouns. Saying they means you're misgendering them. And it's like, no. Because that's gender neutral. It's not a magical third gender. It is neutral of gender. It is not gendering. That's why people who are gender neutral use it. That fucking... Oh, I can't handle that kind of stuff, because I'm like, what do you fucking mean? If people tell me this anime is so awesome, you gotta watch it, I'm not interested. Tell me it's awful and controversial and should not be watched, and then I'm like, oh, I gotta find out why. I think the big thing is, it just needs to click with me. People, if you try to sell an anime to me, it often doesn't work. I need to see something that makes me go, oh, wait a minute, that does intrigue me. I need to see kaiji, bleeding from the ear. I need to see, like, a fun shot from, My Dress Up Darling, like, of her being excited. It's like, hang on, that does look fun. Like, seeing a clip of an anime will do far more to convince me to watch one than any kind of, the plot is so wholesome and the characters are great. Wow, I don't believe you. I don't know anything about the game, but have you heard of Dream Daddy? I think it's a male fan service game, but it could be wrong. I have heard of Dream Daddy, because it's published by the Game Grumps. Danny voices one of the characters. Ray Narvaez Jr. also voices one of the characters. Pretty neato. It seems fine. The reviews for it, it's because it's an old-ass game at this point. The reviews for it predominantly are kind of like, the art's nice, the writing is fine, the mini-games can be kinda clunky. But the thing is, it's, how do I describe it? Too safe for work, from what I can tell. It's not particularly titillating, it's not porn or anything, and so it's like, it's barely fan service. You also have to play as a dad. That's like half of the gimmick. And it's like, I don't want to. I want to play as me. A pretty girl. They're desperate, but yeah, it's not doing anything to help the issue. Exactly. I love Mother's Basement's anime opening analysis, but it was probably copyright hell there. Probably. He's gotten a lot better at eschewing copyright. Which is good for him. Wasn't Dream Daddy the one where you could date Markiplier? Was he? I don't think he was in the game. He may have been. I don't think so, though. Markiplier played a game that was like a clicker, where they had a character that was just him. But that was not Dream Daddy. I can't remember what that one was. If you type in Markiplier dating game, you could probably find it on YouTube. My Dress Up Darling won me over with that send pic scene out of context. For me, honestly, My Dress Up, I think the thing that got me was her being excited over his doll. Because he paints, like, these, like, really fancy Japanese dolls. That's what his, like, family does. And he thought he was gonna get made fun of for that, and she's just like, what a hottie, look at her! And she did it, like, she was nice about it in such a real way that I was like, see, this looks fun. Hey Twins, have you heard? I have heard of the K-pop Demon Hunters. I have seen some GIFs. I have not engaged. I'm scared. I'm scared. I don't know what I'm getting into, because I feel like everyone who likes Alien Stage likes K-pop Demon Hunters, and Alien Stage seems sad. So maybe I'll check it out. But for right now, I'm nervous about it. My bestie's non-binary, and one day their aunt said I was good at remembering their pronouns since she struggled, and I said as long as she's trying to and not being disrespectful, that's all that matters, and she almost cried. Oh, Golly, that is a nice thing to say. Because I know, like, especially, like, I can only assume your bestie came out as non-binary a little bit later in their life. And Auntie would have known them as their previous pronouns for quite a while. So I can understand why it might be harder for Aunt to, like, remember. So it's nice that you reassured her that it's like, hey, it's like you're not being malicious. You know, you're trying, and that's good. Because I do worry that sometimes people jump to, this is out of malice instead of ignorance, or it's just a mistake. And I feel like it's not helpful villainizing those who did not mean harm. You know? So that's nice to hear. I didn't expect you or your friend to be like, Auntie, you should KYS. But it's nice to hear. I hope people can extend that kind of positivity more. Too safe for work. Heen adults, yes, thank you. that was the name of it. Twiins is scared of Peak. I'm scared of. Is it done? Is this K-pop Demon Hunter thing? Is it like a movie? Is it finished? Am I jumping into like Bleach 2.0? You know, I think that's what I need. I don't know what its medium is. Is it just a YouTube video? Okay, a movie. All right, harder for me to get into just because I have no places to see movies. So unless it's on YouTube, I don't know how much of it I'll see. If I hear a song from it and I'm like, this slaps, that increases my chances of seeing it. Seeing a clip, sometimes that's all you, like, I've told this story over and over. Netflix, well, I don't have that. But how I only got interested in watching Steven Universe because I saw Stronger Than You. That is the finale of season 1. It spoils a huge, character relevant thing. And it was knowing about, 1, the song rules, but 2, it was learning about that spoiler that made me go, oh, this seems interesting. I want to watch this. So, I can say it now. It reveals that Garnet is a fusion. So, yeah, and I was like, well, that's so interesting and fun. I didn't know that. And that's what made me want to watch the whole thing. So sometimes, it's just like that. Yes, you may send me a song from that movie. I can't guarantee I'll like it. But if you send me music, I'll listen to it. It's just how it works. I like music. Your attention span sucks for movies? I know. I'll watch a 3-hour-long dissertation about a video game. But, a dissertation that I don't even agree with. But something about a movie. I think it's, I don't know. Maybe it's just because it's kind of weird watching a movie by yourself. On, like, you know, on your computer. That feels weird to me. It's like, if you're gonna watch a movie, you gotta watch with someone. Even if that someone is just the cat on the couch, you know? If you don't like it, I will revoke your straight card. Wow, this you're gassing this up. I'm excited now. Watching YouTube feels much more natural to pause than a movie. Yes, because that's the thing. Like, so even short videos, I will tend to. Vincent pivoted twins in Mystery Science Theater. Yeah, because even short videos, I'll pause, and then, like, I'll do work for a while. You can't, I don't know, it's harder to just pause and then work on, it, like stuff into the middle of a movie, and even, like, episodes of something, like, have their clear end points. If you can either stop at a commercial break, or be like, alright, I'll finish one more episode, and then I can get back to work, or what have you. Feel like I get more inspiration from movies than anime. That's fair. I personally get the most inspiration from music and manga. Nothing will kick my creativity juices more than looking at art. That's why I like reading manga so much, because it inspires me to create for myself. And then music, but that one's obvious. Unless I really want to see a movie, I can't watch them. I legit watched the Super Mario Bros. Movie twice in theaters because I was interested in watching it. I think I would want to see it. Yeah, I'd want to see the Mario movie, mostly just so I could be like that Leonardo DiCaprio meme where I point. I know that. But I think it'd be more fun with Allison. Movies are just more fun with a friend. I think that's it. That's the long and short of it. Sometimes hearing a spoiler makes me want to watch to understand what happened, how they got there, etc. Exactly. Oh, I have terrifying, all-consuming visions of the future. I then write until they're down on paper and reality is no longer being bled into. The creative process. I know! The worst is when you have the vision and it's books in. It's like, I gotta get to, like, the second act in order to get to this one scene. Spoilers are usually how I know most things about series. It could be, it's really either or. It's either I need to have something spoiled for me, and then I'll go, oh, I want to watch that. Or something about it immediately clicks, and I'm like, I will watch that. Do not talk to me about, don't talk to me about it. Don't make me look at things about it. Don't even pretend to think about it. And Twiins is a cute tiger that isn't annoying in the movie. I think I have seen the tiger. I would not describe it as cute. It's good that it's not annoying. I do like tigers. Oh, but it's getting kind of late, so I think I ought to wrap up so I can post the info about the Summer Teto event on all the social medias. I look forward to seeing all your submissions. Tiger's name is Derpy. That is cute. For me, is watching spoilers on characters' deaths. Oh. Fascinating. Death's one of the ones that'll usually, like, turn me off. Unless it's like, what, wait, important character died. Well, they were important character. Now I'm interested. So, you know, that's 50-50, I suppose. Yeah, thanks for being here. I tried to pick up a potted plant and it knocked over twice. Damn. It was an awesome stream? Oh, golly. Thanks. Thanks for being here. Check in on Twitter and such. To see the event. And, I'll see ya next time. Thanks for being here. I appreciate it. Golly, I'm warm. Drink your vegetables. Eat your water. Goodbye.